Hello, welcome back. Today I'm still here in the Ulm ruins or Ulm Palace ruins. I'm not sure. I just finished fighting that big wasp thing that assassinated me last time. But I made a few changes. Hopefully this helps with the audio quality a bit. I added a um, noise filter so that it doesn't pick up on like the controller clicking as much, hopefully. And I've also added noise suppression. So I guess that was I could hear the like fish tank bubbling in the background. I don't know if this will get rid of it completely, but hopefully it'll help a little bit. In any case, I was hoping to finish exploring these ruins today and see what we can find down here. I'd also like to find the map, because yeah, we haven't found that yet. And I don't really know how big this place is as a result. It could be like huge, it might be we're almost done. So who knows? Um, yeah. Last time I was talking about everything that had changed for me in the last year or so. Um, that's sort of where we left off, and that was pretty good. Oh, what the heck? It was fun to hear all that stuff. Not really something I talk about very often, so it was pretty cathartic, I would say. Oh my. Uh, Today was a pretty slow day for me, honestly. I felt a little tired at work, so um, there's been a lot going on that I'm part of, and since I work remotely, that if you're involved in a lot of stuff, usually that ends up meaning lots of meetings and wow, there's just like 3 people huddled over here. Oh, I got wrecked. So that can mean a lot of meetings, and meetings aren't like hard work in the sense that you're like doing something very difficult, but when you're in a lot of meetings in a day, at least for me, I feel like I have to be sort of at 100% all the time because you're talking to people. Yep. And so whenever that happens, I tend to feel, oh wow, that one makes like lots of cute. Eat it. That usually means that you're mentally exhausted at the end of it. Although I guess probably not quite as tiring as literally just being physically exhausted after doing a bunch of like more physical work. But yeah, I was feeling pretty tired. Not only that, oh no, no. Oh, I hate you so much. Stop throwing balls at me. This Bola guy over here trying to be all sneaky. Not only that, but I also, I bike in the morning with a friend. My friend is resting right now because they had like an injury, but I still do the bike rides on my own in the meantime. And oh no, run! I'm gonna get murdered if I stay there. I'm just gonna go somewhere else. So, the bike rides are pretty intense. I was never into like, I wouldn't say I'm into like the biking classes per se. Like I don't really think they're fun. Like the way people describe them to me, they kind of describe them as like, oh, this is like such a great hobby or whatever. Dead. And I don't, like I said, I don't really enjoy them in the same way that I enjoy like, playing this game or anything like that. But I do like that the instructors like push you really hard. And I did a bike ride yesterday and today, so but that definitely like left me feeling a bit exhausted. I did break my personal best or whatever it's called yesterday though, so that was pretty good. And today I actually meant to do like a easier bike ride, but I guess I selected one thinking it would be relatively easy, and it was not. So where am I? Oh, it took me pretty far back. I thought I had found it. Oh, right, that was the farthest one. Okay, let's not fall into the hole. Is this going up or down? Oh, I'm already down here. Wait, no, I want to go over there. Yeah. So yeah, the bike ride was way harder than I thought it would be, and it left me feeling, pumped for the day, but definitely once I'd finished work, I felt exhausted. I ended up taking a nap at around 7:30, and I woke up like 2 hours later, so the nap ended up being much longer than I was originally planning. Um, yeah, other than that, it was a pretty slow day at work. Like I said, lots of meetings, and I went to go check on my bees. They were very active today. It was exciting to see. There was like a huge, amount of activity in front of the hive. They were like flying in and out, and I went to go take a peek at them, and I could see that all the bees were like coming back with their little pollen baskets full, which I don't know how much you know about bees, but you could see like the pollen on their hind legs. They have like these. That's where it gets caught when they go and collect nectar from the flowers, and then they bring it back to the hive. So that was fun. Hopefully, I'm hoping to check them again. Oh, the giant wasp creature does not come back. I didn't think it was like a unique creature. I'm hoping to check the hive this weekend, or I guess like tomorrow, to be more specific. No. Oh, okay, I'm okay. I'm not gonna try to fight all these zombies. Clearly, that's just cool errands. Stop it. But yeah, I'm gonna add a second box to the hive. I feel like they Elden Ring ahead. I feel like they've definitely are getting close to filling up their current box. So if I don't give them more space, they'll get frustrated and probably abscond or leave to find a new home. Which obviously I don't want them to do, because please move out of the way, because then I will not have bees. And then I went to the grocery store as well. I was hoping to get some ingredients for cooking this week. I got pretty excited when I showed up because I thought they had the grapes that I like. They have I always feel kind of silly when I go to the store there, because they always have grapes there, right? It's not like they run out of stock. This grocery store, it's not like a big grocery store. It's like a discount grocery store. And every once in a while, they have these grapes that they're called table grapes. I'm not really sure if that's like the actual name of the species or just like the actual name of like the species of the grape or something, like, or just like a like a marketing name. But they're huge. Like they were really big, like way bigger than what I'm used to when I see grapes, which normally I don't actually like, because I feel like the big grapes are usually like kind of squishy, and I don't like it when they're like that. I don't like really squishy fruit usually. I like them have like some amount of firmness to them. But these grapes were great. They were very large, but also like very firm and very juicy. And they're not always there though. They only have them all these poor villagers, I guess, were trying to escape, and they got by these zombies. So yeah, I want to finish exploring this room. I'm hoping the map is in here, but probably won't be. Anyways, the shield grease. Those grapes, I thought they were there. They weren't. There was just another type of large grape. These were like the squishy kind that I don't like. And I always feel a little silly, because when I go, I always ask the person, running the store. There's usually like 2 people there who run the store. Like, hey, you guys have those table grapes that hey, you got some of the good stuff? And they always look at me and they're like, well, I mean, we always have grapes. And I'm like, yeah, but I want like those big grapes you had that one time, like the table grapes. And they always look at me like I'm crazy. I'm like, well, I mean, I guess they must not be familiar with, like, I guess all the employees aren't familiar with like everything the store stocks, which makes sense. I don't know why they would be. And there. Go back in a second. I don't know why they would be. Oh, look, it's the store guy. Maybe he sells the map. Oh, there's the map. Nice. Finally. Okay. Where have I been? I've been here. I've been there, obviously. I went over... I don't know if I went over here. This is the place that went over to those ants. Oh, there's still quite a bit to explore. I'm not sure I'll finish all of this today. That's okay. Yeah, so I mean, I guess it's not surprising that all the employees probably aren't familiar with all the stock they carry, or like, you know, the specific types of grapes or the nuances between like the textures of the different grapes. Hey, what the heck? You can do this more than once? Huh. Prisoner Iron Math. Foul creation, designed to torment the wearer, either slowly fermenting hatred within their heart or spiritual fervor that is nearly indistinguishable from it. Bad. This. I want that. Gravity. Oh, this person sells the. They're always really. Do they replenish stock? That's the thing I'm never sure of. I may as well buy the Celestial Dew as well. Friend, where's your donkey? Huh? Donkey friend? Guess he doesn't have one. That's sad. I think he's the only shopkeeper I've seen who doesn't have like a little friend, like mount friend, or beast of burden to help him out. So yeah, you know, I went to the grocery store, bought some stuff for making food this weekend, which I really like to cook, so I'm looking forward to that. Gonna make some butter chicken. I make that quite a lot. Fan of it. Probably make a little bit of. I bought some shrimp. I make some coconut curry shrimp. Shrimp coconut curry. Yeah, coconut shrimp curry. What is the what's the right ordering of words there? But yeah, whatever it is, I'm gonna make that. I had that when I went traveling with friends recently, and it was like golden centipede. I had that when I was traveling with friends recently, and it was like so good. So I've been making it at home. I can't quite get the coconut flavor that I remember when we were traveling. It was like I think they were using fresh coconut, like where we were having it, which is why it had like such great flavor. I'm using like coconut milk. So I'm trying to figure out, like, do I need to add more coconut milk, or do I need to, like, you know, buy some fresh coconut, or add some like coconut shaving. I really don't like coconut shavings though. Like, I feel like they add kind of a weird aftertaste. But yeah, anyways, I've been trying to get that to sort of taste like what I remember, and it's pretty close, but I'd like to have a little bit of a stronger coconut flavor before I'd be happy with it. Yeah. My brother. Oh yeah, I mean, I went grocery shopping and then I came home. My brother was gone. He left to well, I always forget the word for it, but he goes to like art shows basically. He's an artist, and you know, he vendors when he goes to those things. And we were before he left, or not before he left, but he was gone when I got home. He left pretty early in the morning. I don't think I need anything from here. I do want to go there. Here. Oh, there's an item over there. Okay. Pretty risky for that, but take it. Here. Okay, so this is where we fought the giant maw creature. I'll go down that hallway, and then I'll go explore over where those ants are. Yeah. And what else do I want to do? I definitely want to go over here. Not sure. Yeah, because this was blocked off, so I couldn't go up here. Let's add markers. Let's go up here. I'd like to go up there, obviously. Um, go down to the ant place. Guess we'll see where we end up. But yeah, the last thing my brother and I were talking about is we were, like I said, I mentioned this in the last recording. My brother and his friends really like to see movies, and so, now that I live here, I'm able to hang out with them a lot more. And as a result, I go see a lot more movies. I actually am not. Is there anything in here? I'm actually not like a huge movie person, which is not to say I don't enjoy movies, but I don't really go. I don't like follow movies. I don't have like. I'm not really good at even remembering like who actors are. Like whenever my brother and I talk, he'll tell me like, so and so is in this movie, like, and I won't know who he's talking about. I'll just be like, what? What are you talking about? He'll be like, he'll be like, Iron Man is in this movie. I'm like, oh, okay, yeah, I got you. He has to tell me who the people are based on like roles that they've played in the movies before I recognize them. Okay, I wonder. There's definitely something in here. There's no way they would just put this room here. Nothing in it. Item. What other people have to say? No, nothing here. Right, yeah. I guess this must just. Wonder if there's anything up there. Anything. Okay. Well, maybe it'll be more clear later what that is for. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. So yeah, I go see movies a lot more now since I hang out with my brother and his friends. And one thing I am actually really excited for, I guess is the word I'd use, is the new Jurassic Park movie coming out in June, I forget what they're calling it, but it's like the last one of the new series with Chris Pratt and I forget the name of all the other actors. As I said, I'm pretty bad at remembering that. Excuse me. But yeah, it's I don't like the new movies at all, really, and I am kind of just wanting to see how they finish this because the last movie, the one with the what do they call it? Jurassic Park Fallen Kingdom. My brother and I would joke we would call it Jurassic Park Fallen Franchise. Oh, excuse me. So that one I didn't like, honestly. It was not a good movie in my opinion. There were some parts of it that I did like. Like I really liked the that shot when they are escaping the island of the sauropod. I think it's a sauropod. My brother would probably be, if my brother was here, he'd be like shaking his head at me for not knowing the proper name of all the dinosaurs. But yeah, the scene where the sauropod is like left behind on the island and it's like, mournfully crying as the boat goes away and it's like, come back, save me, don't leave me here. That was a great shot. It was taken, like, if you kind of ignore what happens beforehand, which was the awful, like, well, I'll talk about that in a second, but that scene was really interesting because there's all this stuff going on with the dinosaurs and they've made so many movies, and the island is like destroyed, right? So it's like this sad moment where I mean the dinosaurs is kind of capturing that sadness. It's like watching the boat leave and that it's going to die and that its destruction is like inescapable, essentially. But then yeah, like it comes after this really, really bad, in my opinion, like set of scenes where they're trying to escape the exploding volcano, and Chris Pratt gets like shot by the evil poacher guy, the obligatory evil poacher guy in every Jurassic Park film. The one in this one is very unlikable. Like he's just such an unlikable person. You know, he like rips the teeth out of the dinosaur, and he like is obviously not concerned about killing people in the slightest. You know, there were characters kind of like that in some of the other movies, but the way this character was portrayed in particular was just really. Oh wow, new. Oh, these are those annoying frog things I saw my brother fighting once. The way he was portrayed was just extremely. Oh no 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 no! Run away! Run away! Run! Need to not die. That killed you instantly, right? Yeah, I need to leave. The way he was portrayed, he's just so unlikable, and yeah, I think that was like one of the most annoying characters in that movie in a while. And you know, he shoots Chris Pratt with a trank meant for a dinosaur, by the way. So like, I'm sure getting hit by that alone would have like killed him, but you know, it doesn't, which is fine. Let's just ignore that. These things are scary. That I'm pretty sure that just kills you instantly. And he like, in what I can only imagine is a matter of minutes, seems to like wake up from the tranquilizer, which is being used to subdue a velociraptor for a much longer period of time. And here we go. He like overcomes it through, I don't know, like willpower or something. He's like watching the lava creeping towards him and decides that he doesn't want to get burned up by lava, which I guess is totally understandable, but then they run away from the exploding volcano and get caught in like the ash, which would have like burned them to a crisp. That whole scene I just didn't really like. It was not good. And then there's the nerdy computer kid, which is just like also a very annoying and unlikable character. I forget his name already, but he's just like such a stereotype in the worst way possible. But yeah, I'm like I said, I'm excited for the last movie, mostly because I want to see what they do to finish it, and also just to sort of know that it's over. You know, I really loved the first and second Jurassic Park, and I think the first one of the new three. You know, like the first one with Chris Pratt, and it wasn't. Well, I'll come back in a second. There was that other cave I'd rather go to. Where is this? So yeah, I just kind of want to see how they end it, and you know, be done with it, I guess. Hopefully not too bad, although I don't have very high hopes for it, to say the least. They're bringing back like the entire cast, question mark. I'm not sure exactly what that means. Like, I know Alan Grant being brought back, and Ellie and Ian Malcolm as well. So, you know, I don't know if they'll bring back like the kids from the first movie or whatever, but that to me didn't seem like a good sign. It's like, what the heck? You guys like freaking out. Did they revive? That's probably just like ragdoll physics or something. But yeah, that's not really like a good sign in my opinion. That's me kind of says like, oh, they don't know what they're doing, and they're they don't know what they're doing, and so they're just like appealing to nostalgia or whatever. No, get out. Okay, I'm leaving. I'll just come back here later. These frog things are little. Oh no, am I lost? Here. Um, I feel like they're just appealing to like nostalgia at that point. Um, I've never been a fan of. We did go see some other movies recently that I liked a lot. Um, one of them was The Northman. I don't know if you've seen that one, but that movie was by, was it Robert Eggerds? Robert Eggerds? I forget his last name, but I was excited for the movie because he directed The Lighthouse, which I loved. Um, and I have a, I guess, kind of funny story about that movie. Um, my brother and I, when I don't remember why we were talking about this, but oh right, we were talking about the new Batman movie, with Robert Pattinson, and I was like, oh, I was being a Robert Pattinson hater just because I don't know, like I said, I don't know anything about celebrities really, and so I just knew it was just, cool to hate on him because of his involvement with Twilight. So I was like, oh, I'm not really looking forward to that movie because it's probably gonna be bad with, Twilight guy in it or whatever. And we were in the car, I remember, and my brother, he just kind of shakes his head and he's like, Chava, 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 you're so ignorant. And I just found that so funny because he was like, Robert Pattinson, you've seen some of his other stuff. You'd be a Robert Pattinson fan. And so, he was like, we're gonna watch The Lighthouse, which is a movie by Robert Edgard or whatever. Oh, hello. Dragonkin Soldier. Okay, well, I'll get back to the movie anecdotes in a second here. As I hopefully don't die to this guy, or he'll just kill me instantly. That's cool too. Oh my god, he's so big. Heal. Run. Oh no. Oh no. Run! Okay. So he does a big attack, and then he's like kind of exposed for a bit. No, leave my guy alone. Dang it, miss. Wasn't too bad. That was bad. Oh my god, I can't believe that didn't hit me. Okay. Great if I could stagger him. Oh, there we go. Nice, nice. Eat it. Caught him in the face. Oh, what's happening? I see. Now he's got lightning. Oh, that's very cool. I'm gonna die. I'm going to die. No, 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 no. Okay. Dodge! Oh no, that hits so hard. Okay, I'm glad I dodged away there. Oh no. Jeez. So scary. I guess you can't run away from it. You just have to time it, and I'm not good at that. I'm out. I'm out! It's over. Dodge. Okay. Okay. Can we do something else? Follow-up attack? Okay. Dodge. 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 I don't know what he's gonna do! Dodge! Okay. Oh, nice. Nice dodge. Nice dodge. Ah, oh, I was hoping that wouldn't hit there. Okay. Dang. That was cool, though. Not expecting to find a boss there. Well, I mean, it did have that giant throne thing. What else would be there? Let's be honest. But yeah, he was like, yeah, you're being so ignorant. He's actually a great actor. And so we watched The Lighthouse that day, which was an incredible movie, by the way. I loved it. It was very. Oh, I see. Now they put this veil here. Thanks for warning me. Probably switch off of this. Let's see. Unity. If I do that, I'm gonna be heavy burdened. Oh, but I can get rid of the staff. Card counters. I don't think that'll be useful because he's hitting me with lightning damage. I'm pretty sure that's just gonna hit me through the shield. Maybe this isn't the best thing then, because he kills me in 2 hits. I think he'll kill me in 2 hits regardless, so I don't really see the point in like reducing the damage. I think I'll still die in 2 hits, so it won't actually make a difference. Alright, there we go. I think I have a slightly better idea now of what to do. First phase doesn't seem so bad, because he's not quite as... Well, maybe I should not stand next to that guy, though. Not quite as aggressive. Ow. Dodge roll, dodge roll. Really? Okay. Nice. Oh, he's going after my guy. That was my chance. Oh, turned around and hit me. Yeah, okay. Stagger, stagger, please. Nope. Alive. Stop hitting my guy. No. Nice. The stagger. Come on. Oh, okay. Got it. Nice, nice. Hit him a few times before he gets up. Roll, roll, roll! Oh, well, that was worth it. That was a good chunk of damage for 1 hit. Oh, run! 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 Get in on him! No! Dodged me. Oh, that was scary. Dang it. Okay, that's a 3 hit swing. I thought it was just 2. That's pretty easy to dodge. My dude is still alive. Oh! Did I stagger him? No, I did not. Oh, wow, the daily on that is huge. I gotta finish him! I gotta save my friend! One more! No! He didn't make it! Okay, he's dead though. Right? Hello? Hello? Oh, okay. Nice. Nice. Oh, I forgot to pick up my souls. Okay. That wasn't too bad. I mean, he had some cool attacks though. That was pretty good. That was a good fight. My follower didn't make it though, so bad for him. And what else there is here? So who's that? Like, that's a very big person, surrounded by very creepy, screaming skeleton people. This is a very Path of Exile aesthetic. I don't know if you ever played Delirium. This kind of reminds me of the Delirium boss room. With, I mean, I guess it's missing all the tentacles, but it's got all the like crazy screaming people that are like petrified. That was a fun season. But yeah, going back to the movie, it's just a pit of death, despair. No, there's stuff down there. Probably a safer way around. I'm pretty sure if I jump off of this, I'm just gonna die. We're not gonna do that. But yeah, the lighthouse was incredible. And you know, Robert Pattinson was an incredible actor in that movie. And it definitely flipped me from, you know, ignorant Robert Pattinson hater to great ghost glowport. Oh. That to like max out one of my spirits. But yeah, it flipped me from a hater to a fan, I would say. I definitely am a Robert Pattinson stan now. I kind of get what he did now, you know. He did Twilight and he got his Twilight money. And now that he has his Twilight money, he's just doing all these like artsy fartsy projects that he really wants to do that don't make a lot of money necessarily. Maybe they pay him well. I have no idea, but he doesn't have to worry about the amount of money they make because he already has all of his like, millions question mark of dollars from Twilight, uh, and now he can just like do his passion project. So I respect that. I respect the hustle. Um, so Robert, yeah, that the person who did Lighthouse did the Northman, and so I was pretty excited for that. It did end up being really good in my opinion. Let me go down. I think you're supposed to get in through here. I don't think I'm supposed to get in through there. I'm pretty sure I'll just die. But I mean the Grace is right there, so it wouldn't hurt to try. You can cheese the wall a bit. Nope, no, you can't. You can't cheese the wall. You just die. Hopefully I didn't lose all my runes there. That was actually quite a bit of money. I should have leveled up first. Always level up before trying to cheat death. Obvious like Cliffs of Doom. But yeah, the Northman had a lot of the same things I liked about the lighthouse. It was very had a lot of incredible shots, like the I mean, it's been a while, so I'm not, I guess, spoiler warning if you haven't seen the movie and you still haven't seen it for some reason. I'm going to be talking about it, so yeah, there's like a scene where I forget the character's name already, but like the main guy in the movie, he's on a quest for revenge for his father, and you kind of, learn throughout the movie that maybe his father wasn't really that great of a guy. In fact, he was kind of a terrible person. And honestly, there's not really like any nice people in the movie. Like they're all doing pretty awful things. They're like, they're berserkers. They're Viking berserkers, and so they're going around like pillaging villages and doing all kinds of crazy shit. And I want more HP. I feel like I'm still pretty good. I'm still like able to survive 2 boss hits. Maybe I should get a little more though. Never go wrong with HP. So, he like his father gets like murdered by his brother, and he is essentially exiled, or he runs away rather, so he doesn't get murdered himself. And then he's like, "Oh, I swear I'll avenge you, father and mother." And the guy who killed his dad is the dad's brother. And so he spends his life like being this Viking badass who, going to show up one day and avenge his dad or whatever. And they're eventually, the climax is like him fighting his dad's brother, who in like a crazy duel to the death in like an active volcano, like in, I guess, like in the caldera. I mean, they're underground, so like they're not like on the rim of the volcano. But yeah, they're having like this crazy duel where both of them are like fighting, and there's like volcanic ash everywhere, and the shot, like I said, it's incredible. It's just like such a great shot, and the fight is obviously very exciting because the whole movie's been building up to this climax. And yeah, like that fight scene alone is like, I think, worth watching the movie for. It's just so good. And there's a lot of scenes like that in the movie that I really like the shots, that is. There's another one where, when he first like decides to finally go back home, quote unquote. He doesn't actually go home. He like goes to where his uncle is now to exact his revenge. He's like visited by like a I don't know what like the person is in. So I mean, the whole thing is like based on Norse mythology, right? So I'm not sure exactly what this person was in the mythology, but it's like essentially like this old like witch type character. She shows up and is like, I'm just going back to where I came from. She shows up and is telling him essentially like, go and like fulfill your destiny, right? And so he goes and does that, but the scene is like this, like, it's like I don't know, like some kind of like acid trip or something. He's like, it's not entirely clear if he's like actually seeing this witch or if he's like hallucinating her, because it kind of happens in the aftermath of a battle where he's been like kind of wounded, and oh my god, it's these. God. Oh no, I don't have my. Oh wait, this is like a great way to deal with them actually. Just magic at them. I'm trapped. I am trapped. I'm going to die. Okay, I'm out. There's like 4 of them here. So yeah, that happens a lot in the movie, like where there's some kind of magical thing that will happen, and I don't know why, but the movie also kind of leaves it within the realm of possibility that maybe it was just like in his head or something. Um, like for example, with that witch scene, you know, he sees her and she's like teleporting around and like doing like all this crazy magic stuff, like having him see visions, or you know, saying things that she wouldn't be able to know unless she somehow knew all this stuff about him. Wow, you're being extremely annoying, frog. Okay. Oh, I died. Oh wow, that is pretty awful. That is also very cool though. Like a giant fungus type of spore thing. Just like there's a real funguses that actually do that to insects. They'll like erupt from their bodies like that. It's crazy. Yeah, there's a lot of scenes like that where you're not entirely sure if it's real or not. Like my favorite scene in the whole movie happens kind of like as it's like really building up towards the climax, where right, but that's in the death pit, where uh, he is told. I don't remember if that witch lady told him or if he got like another like, prophecy from someone else. But he's told like that he needs like a sword, that he's gonna slay his treacherous uncle with like a specific sword. Um, and so he goes like to get that sword, and it's like in the tomb of a Draugr, right? Uh, and so it's like, I guess the sword is only like usable, or like the tomb is maybe only like usable at night, or there's some like mystical aspect to it. Raise the message. There's no secret passage here. So he goes into this tomb and he sees the sword. It's like in the hands of the I guess he's like a king or like a lord or something who's desiccated. You know, he's a Draugr, and he's sitting on his throne. And when he goes to grab the sword, the Draugr wakes up and like, you know, they have this epic duel where he like can't kill the Draugr unless he like does it like in the moonlight or something, and there's like this beam of light coming in through the entrance to the tomb. But yeah, I mean that scene alone I think is also worth watching the entire movie for. And he defeats the Draugr, and when he does, you know, he takes the sword, and then it does like this thing where it pans over to where the fight started, and he's still there, like in front of the body of the Lord or whatever that turns into the Draugr, and he just grabs the sword. Like it's as if the fight sort of had never happened, or like it was all in his head, or something like that. You know, that's like the implication. I need more magic flasks if I'm gonna go there, I think. So they're killing me with death blight, right? So all flasks are not really all that relevant. Again, you're not entirely sure, like, oh, did this like actually happen? Was it in his head? Was it some kind of magic thing going on? And that happens repeatedly throughout the movie, as I said. Another really great scene that I loved from that movie was when him and main actress in the film, I forget her name, but they're trying to. She also wants to help him get revenge on his uncle, just because she's being held as a slave. Good. Blue flask. I'll take one red one, though. And what they do is they like convince, they're doing like some like serious spy stuff, honestly. They convince everyone that they're like cursed by doing all these like things to them at night. Like the first night what is it he did? He like assassinates a few of the guy's guards with his sick ass sword that he finds in the Draugr's tomb. And the sword can only be used at night, which is like, you know, it's like not really. I guess it just serves as like a little plot device, like, oh, this is why he has to do everything in the dead of night or whatever. But it's also just cool, right? It's like a lore thing where it's like, yeah, this sword, I forget what it was called. It was called like Nightblade or something, you know, it has some edgy name. And yeah, it only comes out of its scabbard like in the dead of night, and when you are going to like fight your uncle and avenge your family or whatever. Not this time, buddy. I got plenty of magic flasks. Yeah, what are you gonna do? You know? Yeah, you can't do that annoying thing where you just sit in your little bubble of death. Oh, hello. So, at night, you know, they're doing all this, like, stuff to the uncle and his family and, like, everyone, all of his guards. Like, you know, he assassinates two of them, and he dismembers their body and, like kind of, like, crucifies them, more or less. He, like, puts their body up on a building in the shape of a horse, which was kind of crazy. And so, you know, the uncle and everyone is like, oh, this is like the work of some evil spirit. And then they feed. Uh-oh. Please don't kill me. They feed all the guards shrooms at night, and so they all have like these really bad acid trips, and they're like freaking out and killing each other. And there's a scene where I think everyone thinks that he has like some kind of, again, they always like make it so you can kind of explain what's going on, or there's always like, it's not 100% like guaranteed to be magic, even though like there clearly is some magical thing going on. There's a scene where he like howls at night and all the dogs like go crazy and start killing everyone. But it, you know, if you pay close attention, you can see that, oh, this is where you get these butterflies. Good to know. You can see that he... Well, I don't ask for that yet. Okay. You can see earlier that they put shrooms in all the food, right, to feed the people. They also put it in the dog food, and so, you know, I guess the howling, like, I guess triggered the dogs or something, and they start attacking everyone, not just, like, the people they want them to attack. And so they do this for like several nights, to the point where like the family is convinced that like some evil spirit is out to get them. And yeah, I mean, overall it's an incredible movie. Just lots of really good, really fun story writing, you know? It's very violent and kind of gory, so like I'm not a huge fan of like gore, but in fact, I would say I just don't like gore. But this movie wasn't like too excessive in my opinion. It was bloody because it's like Viking berserkers going around killing each other. But you know, it wasn't like he wasn't like ripping them in half and like their guts were like flying all over the screen or anything like that. So yeah, that movie was pretty great. And I actually, you know, speaking earlier, I mentioned the Batman movie with Robert Pattinson. I actually did see that with some friends when we were traveling together. I think everyone I watched it with has been kind of mixed on it. Like some people like it, and some people don't really like it, which I kind of just repeated the same thing there, that it's got mixed reactions. But I think a lot of people don't like it because it's really more of like a detective movie. Up there. It's really more of a detective movie than it is like a Batman movie, like the Christopher Nolan ones that I think is what people maybe were expecting. You know, the Christopher Nolan Batman movies are, you know, they're interesting, but they're a lot more action-packed. Christian Bale. Bale was the actor, right? Yeah, and Christopher Nolan was the director. Am I mixing it up? The one, yeah. I think that's right. And if I'm mixing it up, then yeah, again, I'm just really bad with celebrity names. But the Dark Knight Batman series. Those are really packed with action, and the new Batman movie with Robert Pattinson was more of like a detective movie. And it did have some action in it, but the focus was like on Batman like solving the riddles and uh, you know beating the Riddler as his own game essentially. Um, so they were very different, and I think if people went in expecting like the old style of Batman movie, they were likely to be disappointed. I don't think my friends liked it, which is I think they were maybe a little they didn't maybe they didn't want to tell me that they didn't like it because when we when we finished the movie, I was like excited about it because I really liked it. Um, and nobody really said much of anything about it except for me, so I was like, oh, I guess they must not have liked it that much, which is fine, has their own opinion. But I really liked it because I've always wanted like uh, the performance that Robert Pattinson gave always kind of I've always wanted that type of like Batman movie. I always thought it would be really fun. Like I've been referring to it as the edgy My Chemical Romance version of Batman, where he's just being like super cringy, like, oh, my emotional scars are so unbearable. Nobody understands what it's like to be Bruce Wayne, the ultra billionaire orphan or whatever. That's the type of Batman you get. It's just like this pretty cringy, like it's cringy, but like in a way that I want Batman to be cringy, if that makes any sense. Dang it. I get up there. I'm pretty sure this is how you do that. So I really enjoyed it, and I do have problems with the movie, of course, but I think overall it was a great experience, and I'd highly recommend watching it. I'm pretty sure I've done everything I can down here. There doesn't really seem to be. I can't go over here. This cliff. I don't think there's anything here. There's like a big wall. And over here there was another cliff. I can't go here. Tried. And then over here you also can't go. So there must either be another cliff, or you need an item or something to be able to progress. My guess is probably that you come in over here somewhere, and then there's like this little passageway that lets you down here, and you can probably explore like the rest of the area from there. So I guess I'll stop here, and thanks for hanging out if you're watching this, and hit the like and subscribe button if you want to see more. I'm gonna be uploading these videos pretty often, so that way you won't miss anything. And if you have anything to say, about the movies I was talking about, or yeah, I guess mostly I spent today talking about those movies. Leave a comment, and maybe we can get some chatter going in the comments. But yeah, have a nice rest of your day. See ya.